Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm really excited because it's 2019. You can start fresh, so I want to hear what you guys are changing or doing differently in 2019. Let me know below. One of my New Year's resolutions was to grow my Instagram a little bit more, so today we're actually going to be checking out something that I just posted to my Instagram. If you aren't following me, you can follow me right now, at Ashli Holland. I posted this video and it's of my friend diving while I was out in Hawaii. Now, I just did a little edit on it, and while I was editing, I tried something new where I took a still frame and then basically faded it over a normal frame, and that looks like this. As you can see, it kind of has a similar effect to the data moshing that people have been doing, but this is not a data moshing tutorial. This is a simple taking a picture and fading it tutorial, but I thought it was a cool effect, so I might as well share it to you guys since it's so simple. As always, if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new because it helps out the channel. Speaking of helping out the channel, today's sponsor is brought to you by Filmora. Filmora is a video editing software that focuses on ease of use. With over 300 video effects and 140 overlays built in, you can find what fits your needs. The software does the work for you, just like the Auto Enhance feature, which instantly adds brightness and contrast to your clip. My favorite feature is the built-in record functions. You can record your screen, create a voiceover, or capture your webcam. Filmora is bridging the gap when it comes to user-friendly software. If you're a beginner or an expert, you can find some great value in Filmora. So now that we're back, let's dive right into the computer. See what I did there? Dive, because... yeah. So this is a clip that we're going to be working with. As you can see, the sequence size is around 1080 by 1350 because that's a vertical 4:5 video. If you guys want any tutorial or video on proper Instagram sizing, story sizing for 2019, let me know in the comments down below and I will get on that. Back to this video. As you can see, my friend is diving and spinning around, and this effect is fairly simple to use. So I'm going to drag this timeline up a little bit so we can get a little more space. All this effect is taking a screenshot of your image and then overlaying that screenshot over the top of your footage and then fading it out. It's very simple, but it kind of creates an interesting effect. So all you have to do is hover to a spot that you like and then hit this export frame button. If you don't see that button, all you can do is hit Shift and E, and that will export the frame as well. Also, if you don't see that button, you can hit the plus sign and drag the export frame button down to that little blue boxed area. So let's export a frame and name it whatever we want. Still, image, diving. An important thing is to select import into project as well. That way we can find it. Then just click OK. Once we clicked OK, we can find our image right here. All we have to do is drag that down to the beginning of our playhead, and voila, we have a still image right where we want it to. Now all we have to do is select a duration that you want this clip to be. You either drag your end or cut it right there, and then this is where the fun happens. I like to make this fade out, so what I'm going to do is go right to the end, right click on the end of the still image, and select Apply Default Transition. All this will do is apply the default cross dissolve that Premiere has built in and create this little effect where it fades into the next scene. As you can see right there, I didn't really like how long the fade was, so I'm going to shorten this by a half. So that was kind of cool, just like that. You don't have to use a cross dissolve. You can delete that and go into the actual still image and go to the effects controls tab and mess around with the opacity by keyframing it from 100% and then going down to 0% and dragging that to the end. It's a very similar effect and style. This way, if you use the opacity tab, you could always bring it back up to 100% and back down if you wanted to create some weird, like little almost stutter flicker effects, as you can see right there. So it's almost like we're freezing and then we're going back into. So let's look at this at full screen. So as you can see, playing around with the opacity already changes this up a tiny bit. Let's go to a shot in the beginning when she's diving down still. And let's focus on the legs real quick. So the legs are open and then they're going to be closing right here. So what if I go to when they're fully open and take a screenshot? Make sure it imports it into the project and drag that still down here. Let's cut right there, hit C on the keyboard, and then cut right there. Hit V to make the selection tool, and then select the later half of our image and delete it. So for this one, I am going to actually fade it in and see what that does. So I'm gonna right click on the beginning of the clip or mess with the opacity tab, and then let's play this back. So as you can see, if I fade it in, it almost creates like a weird, like we're going back to the frame we just saw, stutter effect, which I don't really like doing as much, but let's see if we can move the cross dissolve in a little bit and then make a cross dissolve at the end and see what that does. So yeah, again, a little stutter effect, but I would highly advise playing around with the opacity tab. This will give you a easier feature to customize what you want. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna bring it back up to 20%. And then fade it down to 0 here at the end. Again, this is all you have to do to play around with this to get a different effects. And the cool thing about using the opacity tab is if we use the keyframes, we can instantly see the keyframes down here. So we can honestly click and drag these around however we want. So I'm really excited to see what you do with this very simple effect. And if you do something with it, please tag me on Instagram or hit me up. Also, the reason why I want to grow my Instagram a little bit more is because it's the fastest way that I can communicate with you. So for example, I have a couple of people who DM me on the weekly who ask me just questions about making videos and stuff. So again, if you aren't following my Instagram, follow me and then I'll be able to check out your stuff. Well, hopefully you guys learned something today. And if you did, please let me know down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll see you next time.